It interrupted the stream. Something was off. Today's been a challenging day, anyways. Our son Donovan may have inherited my allergies, so challenging day today. Let's see if we can. We're working off a different tripod here. My tripod was broke in my check baggage on the way to the festival, so let's get it going. Let's get it playing. What's everybody playing on? How y'all doing? Saturday night's cracking. How you doing? Y'all know. Bailey Little 64, how you doing? Had a wonderful time at the fest. And next, hey Joe, what's up, dude? Yeah, you're in. Yeah, one of the people who just commented is in the thumbnail. I tried to stick as many people of my subscribers back in the thumbnail as possible for the festival video. We're gonna have lots of festival videos coming up. I spent a good part of today block editing a whole bunch of festival videos, so should be plenty of tomfoolery coming up. We've already began planning next year's festival. The format for next year's festival may be a little bit different and may allow us to kick it a lot more. This festival, I was so busy with doing classes and vending and all that. I didn't get as much time as I wanted to spend with y'all, to get to know y'all. So maybe next year we'll have more time to kick it, more time to sit and play the harp. I had so much fun at the festival. I had a ton of fun after the festival. Dr. Crown, how you doing? We shared a tent. Camping at the festival. I had a lot of fun outside of the festival as well. Went hiking to a waterfall, Pinard Falls. Logan Labe, I now know how to say your name correctly. Went hiking to a waterfall. Somebody says Brian Bell. Can't imagine how long it takes. It really isn't that bad to edit all the videos, but fighting, rendering, and finding the time to do it is what takes the most time. Groudon in the house! Yeah, Groudon. I think Groudon imprinted all of us. Everybody who came into contact with at the festival picked up a little bit of melodic playing, and some of you guys and girls that showed up at the festival, you are fantastic players. It was awesome. Also got to walk to Pinard Falls, played down there. Got some videos coming out on that. Hiked down there with some really special people. And then, let's see, pressed some apple cider, which was a ton of work, but it was probably the best beverage I've ever had. Sucking down tea. I ended up picking this harp up at the festival and am completely blown away. This is non-expensive. A lot of the instruments you see me playing are really expensive. This is not an expensive instrument. This is a Gorka steel. I wasn't even aware that Gorka made steel. Got it from my friend Neptune Chapotin. He was at the fest as well, vending. Absolutely fantastic. First Indian instrument I've seen without a tail. Looks almost hillbilly. Super melodic. Well, I wouldn't say super melodic. It's melodic, but it has that drone, or what the more accomplished musicians were calling the fundamental, the noise that harp makes. Hey, Kid Channel, how you doing? Welcome to the harping, man, or person. But yeah, I really enjoy. Oh, you got one of these as well? Yeah, I have played this harp so much. There's just a certain quality about it. I don't know what it is. I really, really enjoy it. It's melodic, has breath. I'm gonna pour some more tea. I made sun tea today in the driveway, putting Irish breakfast tea. Yeah, you didn't tune in for harping. You tuned in for watching me drink sun tea. Tea has just enough caffeine that it wakes me up, gets me going. Challenging day. The kid has his 5th tooth coming in, and he has allergies too. So glad I was able to pass the allergies back on down to him. Let's see, what else should we play? Oh, picked up a gnarly harp from Dr. Groudon. I don't know if Dr. Groudon's a real doctor of musicology. Mr. Mark Groudon is a fantastic musician. I thought Dernovoy. I'm on Dernovoy's listen. I'm probably mispronouncing it, as I do most things. Being from Kansas, I can't pronunciate nothing. This is a gnarly harp. They'll also watch the dude. Yeah, this. I don't know when Dernovoy's going to get around to building me 5 or 10 of them, but I look forward to getting more of these. And I'm going to tell him, like, don't tune. I want. Hey, how you doing? I can't say your your name. It's funny. I like that. I'm getting more instruments for myself, for my own personal collection that are untuned. It's my opinion, and people are going to say I'm crazy for saying this. Tuned instruments are definitely way better for playing with other people, because you can all meet on a common note or common key. But for my own playing, like by myself, I'm gradually becoming more and more liking of the untuned instruments. I like. And in the past, I've always thought, oh, untuned is not as good. It's just skipping a step. No, I've got some fantastic instruments that are untuned. This Bert Sev isn't tuned to any particular note. Very gnarly. My Mohan bass, I didn't tune it to a note. I have the best experiences playing solo when they're untuned. I was talking to somebody from India about this yesterday. And yeah, whenever we take a harp and say that, okay, it can't be this frequency, it has to fit into this box. There's something, I think there's a little bit of its soul that leaves it. Because I've had some gnarly experiences playing solo as of late, and they've all been on untuned harps. He says, I love untuned harps and guitars. I've never played a guitar untuned, but yeah, there's something about all the other frequencies, because if we just hit these certain notes, there's a ton of other frequencies, a ton of other flavors, a ton of other vibrations we're missing out on. I feel that by tuning a harp, you steal just a bit of its soul by making it conform. And I've been kind of getting philosophical about my harp playing as of late. Still have my harp from my friend, Miss the Tartar. Oh, Tartar's a nice harp. Just ordered Shamanic Juice Harp D Glazern. That's going to be my first. Oh, cool. Which Glazern did you get? Yeah, I like all the Glazern. Ton of different flavors. Glazern's a huge line. Glazern's kind of like Solagi. They're a ton of different flavors. They don't just make one style of harp. They make a lot. And let's see if I can try to replicate that. I picked that up, and somebody says lighthouse. Oh, cool! I love the lighthouse. May I ask you what picture is behind you? Could we bring it up the camera so we can see it even more? If you're ever going to have any more Tartars in stock, I can't access the maker for Tartar. I don't think he's on the internet. I'd recommend you for finding Tartars to one of my competitors, Oberton Pro. Go there, get yourself a Tartar. Absolutely fantastic. I think he knows the Tartar guy personally. But anyways, this right here is a Bedcorp harpery thing that a guy from Sunburnt Arts, a subscriber of mine, burnt that with a magnifying glass. This art back here is an ongoing piece. I've got probably 30 hours in it right now. I'm blending and making all of it. There's harps hidden all over it and all sorts of hidden stuff all over it. There's right next to that rainbow colored Munop there. There's a Munop. I drew that before I even got that harp. Didn't even know about it. But anyways, I've been doing that with permanent markers. Multicolored permanent markers, and you can blend them together. Even old permanent marker, you can go back over with another permanent marker and it blends it all together. And the bottom part of it, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave this far up for my son. I'm going to give him permanent markers, probably much to my wife's chagrin, because he's going to get permanent markers all over him when he's able to walk. And he can do the artwork down there however he feels like. Oh, yes. And I still haven't hung up this yet. This is, since we're talking about art, this is for my birthday. My wife drew a jaw harp, and then my son finger painted all over it. I teared up when she gave me that. I like that. I need to make time with the festival. I haven't had time. I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna hang that up as well. I like art. I also like my son as well. Troiler says that's great. Howdy. But anyways, I was going to talk about a technique. Meeting with all these fantastic musicians and jaw harpists, you pick up and you swap techniques. Neptune Chapotin of World Harps taught me a technique, and I still can't do the technique he taught me, but I just kind of modified it so I could do it. Where I was playing. It's out, huck, a hold, out, in, out, huck, out, in. So you have two out breaths. You have an out breath, a hold, an out breath, and then an in breath. And you can really make some cool things happen with it. Let's see if I can do this. And I'm going to throw some other stuff in, some rhythmic breathing. And Neptune calls it the rolling breath. I like that explanation of it. Let's see, I always have a hard time with just doing it purely. I have an easier time with doing out and in breaths and then throwing out, huck, out, in. And the way he taught me it, and I probably practice it for an hour or so. Like you're whispering. And he can do it really super dynamically, but I'm not to that level yet. And I lost. I'm just going to go with it. Watching beatboxing, breathing videos for a lot. Oh, nice. One thing that I do to get really good breath is, can we ask a question? Absolutely. You can ask any question you want so long as it's an appropriate question. It doesn't involve profanity. But anyways, one thing I do for breath is, people think I'm weird. But anyways, I'll do like 10 jumping jacks. I'll do 10 knee highs, 10 butt kicks. Then I'll jump down and do a burpee. And I'll do that 10 times in succession. And then I'll have a timer set on my phone. And then after I've done that 10 times, all that up and down and cardio really makes you out of breath. And then I'll plank and I'll play the harp for 2 minutes solid. And going into the fall, I want to get up to 3, 4, and 5 minutes of planking and playing the harp. And the planking and playing the harp, I got that from Isina Olena Utai, or Olena Podzluna, however you pronounce that. I seen her doing that, so I took that technique from her, and then I added cardio into it, because if you're super out of breath and you plank and play the harp, it really builds ability to breathe, because if you can breathe and play competently while you're completely out of breath and while your body is remaining rigid and controlled and planking, it really helps. But if you're not in good shape, you might want to start with just maybe planking from your knees and playing the harp. So don't hurt yourself. But yeah, I started at like doing it with cardio and then 15 seconds of planking, and then I've been working up to 2 minutes, and I want to get to 4. Let's see, what else should we play? Yeah, that Dernovoi. I am very impressed with Dernovo. I have a couple Panov. I could play a Panov. I sold the best of them. There was a D2 I got in. I got a Batman Glasm as my first homeless. Edges of it hurt my hand while holding because of the new shape, or is it because I'm new? It's let's just go over. Let me grab my Bat. I ended up gifting my Batman. There's a Batman by Glazern. You can hold it like this, like that. Most of the Glazern you can hold like that, or I do like a standard grip. I'm going to, and we don't want to touch the reed, but hold it with your thumb and your middle finger. And I do it just like if I was holding a pencil or a fork, just like that, and then resting on top. And I like to do it so that I'm set up so that I can use pinky mute as well. And it might just be because you're new that your hand's fatiguing, but if it's cutting in or digging in one certain area, you might want to modify your grip. You want to grip it firmly, but like you would with a fork. A fork's gripped firmly, but it's not throttled, it's not squeezed, it's not overly controlled, so you need to leave the harp comfortable in your hand. You could also grip it just like a Homus. A lot of Homus players just And it really is nice for displaying an instrument. And the fatigue you feel in your fingers is akin to the fatigue you feel for playing a guitar for the first time. Your body's going to adapt. But play around with it. Move your hand here. Just like if you have it like this, everybody's anatomy is different. Everybody's hands are different. I have really long fingers, really short hands. So feel around till it's comfortable. Like do a standard grip, but modify it to fit your hand. If you have really short fingers, you might feel more comfortable moving your fingers or moving your hand a little bit. So just play around with it. Feel what's most comfortable. Start with your standard grip and then feel around without even looking at it and feel where does it feel comfortable at? How can I hold it without thinking about it? What else? What else we got going on? That's the only two harps I bought at the festival. But I really love the Gorka, really love the Dernovoy. I'll put this Batman back. Batman's a good harp. And get out of the way. I have too many instruments. Somebody commented. I missed it. We won't go for too long tonight. It's my wife and I's anniversary. She's feeding the kid right now to put him down to sleep. He's fussy. He has his fifth tooth coming in, and his eyes are draining today, and his nose is all snotty. He inherited my allergies, but hopefully he'll grow out of it. Thanks a lot. I'll try that for sure. Yeah, anyone at any time can ask any harp-related question. Just hit me up. There's no dumb questions because you're asking a dumb person. That's me. Clackamore. Oh, yeah. Did you pick yourself up one from the fest? And Clackamore's better if you have somebody to play with. When we were getting around for the band scramble, or doing the band scramble, it was me, Michael Bruch, and a few others were playing, and we got into this bluesy jam. And one dude from there had a harmonica, and it was just a super bluesy 12-bar blues. That 12-bar was da 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 da. Yeah, and the Clackamore fit just perfectly. I was playing it just perfectly, and then we got up on stage, and sometimes when I'm playing. Oh, thank you. That's me and my wife's 11th anniversary. Sometimes when I'm playing up on stage with other people, I'll get super self-conscious or I have a hard time melding well with it. So that's an area of growth, especially for me, because solo playing, I'm really confident and I have a lot of fun solo playing. But melding with others, sometimes it's difficult for me. Michael Bruch, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He was camping out with us. Did you put a finish on your clock? I did not. All I do is I put little bit of mineral oil, the same like you use on a cutting board. I don't like finishes like varnish or any of that. Ugh. I like oils on wood, and especially a food safe oil. Because Michael Bruch said that when you play, and he's a guitar player, fantastic guitar player. He said you play to convey emotion. He says if you're not conveying emotion when you're playing, then your playing probably isn't that good. And I've noticed that the times when I super get into playing the harp, and sometimes when I'm playing the harp, like especially the ones when I'm playing my Magoo harp, the harp when my dog died, I'll have images in my head and just be remembering and recalling memories of me and that dog. And that's when I get into playing the most, is when I'm thinking of images or trying to tell a story with a harp or trying to convey emotion. So I really like what he said, that when you play to convey an emotion. When you're conveying an emotion, your audience picks up on that too. And there's so many good piece of advice I picked up from the fest, but I didn't record them all because I can't sit there and record all the time and also vend and play and teach, and can't do it all. But it was a good experience. The festival was, and next year's festival, the way it's shaping up, it's gonna be gnarly. You're gonna like it. And yeah, my son really digs beeswax and mineral. Oh yeah, I had a harp case that Nico Cornelius gifted me. It's somewhere. I think it's for my A1, A2 Black Fire case he made me, and that has mineral oil and beeswax. Okay. we're gonna play something else. Speaking of the Magoo harp, and my dies for my machine are gonna be done on Tuesday or Wednesday, so we're slowing down at work a little bit. This week was kind of busy, and I'm gonna go back into production of some musical instruments into the fall. And those of you who are on my list in the common tunings, D, E, and G are going to have the longest waits. People who want untuned instruments or don't care about the tuning will have the least amount of weight. And I'm going to be doing more instruments that are untuned, more meditative, Yakutian feeling harps. Oh yeah, the band scramble harp. Just say that the. Can I just say the thumbnail for this video is scary as crap? Yeah, I think I was biting a harp and holding a harp. I try to do the dumbest thumbnail I can possibly. So every week I try to outdo myself by doing a stupider or creepier thumbnail. But anyways, the raffle harp was won by somebody very, very cool. I don't know if you know Bill Goring, who makes Bill Goring harps. His wife actually won the raffle. It was really cool. I just reached when we went to draw for the raffle pack was really full. So I just reached down and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab the third one. I reached down in 1, 2, 3, pulled it out, and it was Janet Goring won it. So I hope Mr. Bill Goring likes my harp. That was relaxing. A lot of breathless play in, some breathing techniques. Man, how the breath really relaxes you, and I noticed that in the class. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but in the class I taught, once we got 2 or 3 minutes into breathing, you just looked at everybody's faces around the room, and they're just super relaxed. Oh, thank you. But yeah, breathing patterns really, really relax you, and if you really get deep into them, they can take you to some really cool places. What should I play? What are we gonna play here? Let's get into some untuned harps. Oh, I got a little hoarseness going on here. See if we can take care of that. Sometimes that hoarseness, that little tickle at the back of your throat will creep in as you're trying to play and just totally take the rhythm away from you. Oh, yeah. After you, yeah, I can't even talk now. After you play like that, breathing like that, I don't know, was I playing like that for 5 minutes or better? It'll take you to a really weird place. So I would advise if you're going to play really dynamically, breathing like that, pushing your limits, to be sitting down. Because I don't know if I was standing, I might have fell over. But yeah, I was chasing that rhythm, just chasing the in and out breath in the hole, and just chasing the tone up, chasing the tone down, and just all around. And yeah, be careful doing that if you're standing up. I wouldn't climb a tree and play like that. But I didn't even remember what I was gonna say. As soon as I stopped playing, I like, oh yeah, I'm live. I gotta come back to reality. Yeah, the breath takes you to a super meditative, super weird place. You might even look up holotropic breathing, which is what we may be touching on there. I'm not sure. But I've had some really strange experiences as of late playing the harp like that. Super dynamically, just really pushing the limits of my breath. And your mind can just be free and just rolls with the rhythm and just... I was thinking about things that happened this week. I was thinking about my plane ride back. It was like I was living a story in my head when I was playing. So, let's see, we're going to play. And I was doing it on one of my favorite harps that I've ever played, the Mohan bass. And the things that are starting to come out of India now are... I'm just putting this out there. I'm betting I'd be willing to put my money in 5 to 10 years. India is going to be the most sought after harp. It's the thing that I love best about playing the harp. Totally get me into some spaces that are meta. Yeah, it can take you. I've seen colors and patterns and kind of had visions and stuff playing the harp. It'll take you to a super weird place if you let it. If you're okay with letting go. A lot of times when I get into a breathing pattern or rhythms like that, I'm still lightheaded from doing that. I'll hear somebody call my name or hear a baby crying when nothing happens. But just don't stop playing the harp. Just keep going with it. But I'm predicting in the next 5 to 10 years, some of the most sought-after harps are going to be coming out of India because some of the harps are making, like some of the harps, Mohan's making some of the harps now. I'm seeing Gorka making are really spectacular. And the Gorka, if I had played this Gorka a year ago, I don't think I'd have liked it. I don't think I would have... See, because I've grown a lot in the past year. I used to get on this kick. I thought that every harp had to be super loud, super saturated, super sensitive. That's not what melodic plays about. Melodic is the opposite of saturation, and it's... And it is... I know I just blew my nose on a live upload, but I'm lightheaded from playing, so... Allergy season setting in. But yeah, there's more to a harp than just volume, than just sensitivity. There's... I don't know. And I just got a hold of Niega today. He's building me a whole bunch of bass and some eye harps, the shaman eye pattern. I told him the harps for me, and there's 2 of them are going to go into my personal collection. Don't tune them because for my meditative play and going there in my mind, I want my harps to be untuned. That's when I have the best experiences is on an untuned harp. I know some people are going to be, thumbs down, the harp has to be tuned. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be tuned to have proper, good sound. I think in some ways tuning a harp can be detrimental sometimes. But it's always going to be better to have a tuned harp if you're looking to play with other people or looking to play with a band. But for my own experiences, I really enjoy an untuned harp. And I'm going to stop calling it untuned because it sounds when you say untuned like they're skipping a step. Like free tuned or open tuned or just a harp that's free. I think I have in my outgoing drawer over here. I believe I have you on there, and I think that you might have requested a tune, but I don't know if he's tuning the shaman. But I said definitely for me, don't tune it. Don't tune the holotrope, the deep bass. And that was JP the Bee Man. Be sure to check out his channel. He sent me some honey, and his channel. Find that video of his where he has like thousands of bees just marching in, slowly marching, really orderly. Natural tuned. I like that. Where was I going? I was talking about bees. Bees are cool. I like bees. I like spiders too. Oh yeah, in Oregon there was no mosquitoes, no horseflies, no biting. Oh, the Shamanai. Yeah, I don't have one for my collection. Yeah, Niega makes it there. A gentleman had me order one, had Niega make one, and it was one of the more fantastic ones I played. Like this Gork, it feels like you're whistling. So I'm doing a similar mouth shape, curling my tongue. And that's something I taught. Can you guess what happened last Wednesday at my lunch? I cannot. Did you play the harp? And people were like, "Whoa, a harp!" Yeah, it's nice to share the harp with people. What happened at your lunchtime at school, Bailey 64? Something I was playing around with today, doing a slide meet on this. Not sliding up or sliding down, but hitting with the middle pad of my finger and just pulling down. Oh, hey, how's it going? Message retracted. Oh, I missed it. I asked somebody what the comment was, and then I ended up missing it. Thomas Downing Watchtower, how are you doing? Oh, did you like that? Yeah, there's going to be lots of videos coming out about the festival in the next couple of weeks. Didn't want to release all of them in a day, and I didn't have time to do the metadata on all of them, but they're all edited, and they're all going to be trickling out over the next few weeks. Oh, you love those. Yeah, the festival is a good time, and next year's festival is shaping up to be even better. We're going to play a couple more harps, and we're going to cut the upload short here shortly. And here's another excellent untuned harp, the Bursev. I played this under the waterfall. And the more I play this harp, the more I love the Bursev. There's hidden mysteries in this harp. Where was I going with it? But anyways, it's me and my wife's anniversary. We might be watching a movie, The Isle of Dogs, I think. If the kid sleeps well tonight. We'll play a couple more harps and we'll call it good with that. I'm going to go ahead and play it Yaku style. 6 a.m. here, so I got to go. Goodbye. Oh, hey, we need jaw harp clubs in every state. Yeah, we do. Yeah, start up the jaw harp club. Be like, jiu-jitsu clubs. If you're rolling through a state, you have a network of people you can meet up to play the harp with. Or maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe you don't want to be meeting strangers off the internet. But sometimes that's really good, but sometimes not. I'll have to switch up grips. I have a hard time playing dynamically because I don't do enough with that Yakushin style playing. I'm not comfortable enough with it. I did it for a while and then I kind of slacked off on my practicing of it, so I'm rusty. So if I have to concentrate too much on the technique and I can't just rely on my muscle memory, it feels more like I'm drilling than like I'm playing. Okay, we're gonna call it good with that. I love y'all. I had a really fun time hanging out with y'all at the festival. I look forward to seeing y'all next year. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a good time playing the harp. And I hope that your weekend and your time spent playing the harp and your time spent around each other is really enjoyable. Well, that's going to be it for this live upload. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out. I love y'all. Adios.